Hello and welcome to Planescape Torment. So, we are still in the brothel, still not having sex, but we are doing some good, I suppose. And possibly getting some clues about Ravel and this mysterious tent prostitute. Anyway, we possibly flee Dolores, so let's just see how it works out. Dolores' eyes flash as she sees you. Did you find him? Has he agreed to return the keys to my heart? Yes, I have the keys to your heart. Here they are.
Updated my journal.
At last, as she takes the keys from your grasp, her hand brushes against yours. Her skin is dry but icy to the touch, like cold metal. These will be of great use to me. I thank you. Of course, Dolora. I had some questions. I was hoping to learn more about your nature. Dolora blinks. Merriman never told me much regarding my construction. I know little of the inner workings of my body, much as you likely know little of yours. Outwardly, though, I am a human woman in all respects, save for the texture and the temperature of my flesh. Does that satisfy your curiosity? What about your mind, your emotions? What do the keys do exactly? I can only assume that Merriman made the keys so that there would be no risk of me drawing away from him before he had tired of his experiment. Now that they are in my possession, I am free to develop and possess my own emotions. How does your mind work? Do you have emotions then? Its functions are as much a mystery to me as any humans. When I first came to this place, I did not understand emotions nor have any of my own. I have feelings now, though I'm only beginning to understand them. I had some other questions. So, I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? I would assume you mean her personal scent, which she alleges has the best stolen from her by one of the prostitutes here. I do not know with whom it now rests. You may wish to ask Nanny, however, as she sees much of what occurs here. How could someone stolen her scent? I have some other question. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? Dolora shakes her head. I have not seen Marissa's veil since she last wore it outside her chambers. That was some time ago. She shuts her eyes for a moment, then speaks again. Nanny sees much of what goes on here now. You might do well to ask her if she's seen anything that might help you. I don't know the question. So about that 10th student? She shakes her head. I fear you're mistaken, unless that is most recent development. There is no 10th student.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
So, what about you, Fall from Grace? So I talked to 9 students so far.
How may I help you?
Is there a... Okay, I want to ask some questions. I spoke to nine of the students, as you asked, but I could not find the 10th. And you could not find the 10th student? How curious. I'm thinking the 10th student is me, in which case I've spoken to all of them. I think Louis is the 10th student, in his own way. Perhaps can you tell me where the 10th student might be found? I think Louis is the 10th student, in his own way. She nods. Very well. And your thoughts? You and I should leave this place and explore the plains. There is nothing more for either one of us to experience here. Alright, I've learned that it means to aspire... I learned what it means to aspire to be a sensate, and that it's better to go in search of experience rather than have it come to you. Louis is in serious need of a carpenter to trim that libido of his. Teaching within a sheltered environment such as this only harms the student, and the planes themselves are often often the best teacher. I'm just gonna avoid Louis. Louis is in serious need of a carpenter to trim that libido of his. Far from Grace laughs softly, and her eyes sparkle. A practical thought indeed. Very well. I will travel with you if you still desire my company. Amazing! Yes, my deep thoughts about this situation, that Lewis is too horny. I do. Whoa!
Mistress High and Mighty will be joining us. What do we need her for?
Possibly
I
understand.
wish she would fall from a great height. I might even bump her off my flash.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
Right.
We need to set up camp now.
What? Alright. Welcome to the team. What else do we need to do? I suppose we need to head out and possibly explore.
I'm gone.
Nanny, do you have some new intel that I could use? Because I don't know. Oh, well met, good sir. I'm Nanny. How are you this fine? Oh, we met before. Nanny giggles and smiles gleefully. I'm sorry. If I knew, you look familiar, though. I mean, like, I'm kinda easy to tell apart, you know? That's alright, Nanny. I have some questions. Please ask, she smiles giddily. Okay. Kimaski said someone's been taking things from her room, too. Have you seen anything odd?
Updated my journal.
Nanny's eyes suddenly go wide. Oh, that's right. You know, once I saw a man sneaking out Kimaski's room while she was talking to a patron. I watched her front doors all day, but never, ever left. Isn't that odd? I don't think he could have made it out a window, so I never figured out where he went, and then I totally forgot about it. Weird, huh? Yes, it is. I had another question. So maybe the caretaker is the creepiest guy of all. Maybe it's the, I don't know. I want to check on the caretaker first. So maybe
I'm gone.
It's all weird, just comes at the caretaker. Come on, it's gotta be the caretaker, not the guy. I mean, like, I know you, Luis, in the closet.
All right.
You're just horny.
Done.
I mean, like, you're not here to steal stuff. Caretaker, where the hell are you? I mean, like, probably this is the creepiest of them all. Hello, caretaker. Oh, come on. Greetings, sir. The man turns to fall from grace. And greetings, Mistress Grace. Rest assured, I'll keep the lady's sensory stones in order while you're away. The man turns back to you. If you excuse me, I have several things to tend to. Farewell, sir. That's it? Well,
All right,
this place must have a point, right? So a man in her room when she was not there. Should I just try to talk to the patrons? Brother patron. This kind of looking older man turns as you approach and nods politely. Greetings, something I might help you with? I have some questions. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? No, I do not, and I fear that were it right beneath my own nose, I would not realize it. I have nearly no sense of smell remaining, you see? He taps his nose. Sadly, I know, but we all age. I'm told Vivian always gives the most beautiful fragrance. I have another question. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? Shakes his head. I know the veil of which you speak. Once or twice have I seen Marissa outside the brothel wearing her veil, but I do not know where it is now. That's all I wanted to know. Maybe you? So again, you annoy me with your presence. I wanted to speak to your particular sort of person. Why? There's a whole ward of them east of here. Now leave me be. I advise you to show some respect. So, oh, fine, whatever. This guy is just no use whatsoever. So we just gotta go with Vivian, perhaps? I don't know. So, apparently it was a man. Maybe it's Louis.
I'm gone.
Louis, was it you? This is Louis, the talking armor. I had some questions, Louis. So, then he told me she saw a man leaving Kimeski Other Tongue's room. I think that was you, Louis. You think? Think? How could you be so alarmingly rude, so ludicrously presumptuous as to spout forth such an accusation without being absolutely certain of your charges? How dare you? Impertinent, brassy cur. Why? I ought you. As Louis rails and curses, his drawers open and close. You notice a small bundle of crimson cloth tucked alongside some clothes. The repeated openings and closing of the armor drawers make it difficult to grab, however. Wait for an opportunity to grab it. You stand poised at the edge of the armoire. It keeps grabbing on, but it never seems to stay open long enough for you to grab the cloth. Try and snap your hand in while the drawers is open. You simply cannot move your hand quickly enough to snatch the crimson cloth from within Louis. The most you could accomplish would be getting your fingers crushed. Beck and whine for the cloth. Pull open the drawer to get the cloth. Give me that crimson cloth. Shan't, won't, never. Pull open the drawer and get the cloth. The drawer remains closed. You hear it puffing and wheezing from exertion. Go away, you barbarian. Beg and whine for the cloth. Oh, please stop that rubbish. It is quite tiresome and transcends all known meanings of the word boredom. Beg and whine some more. Stop! How tediously dull! You're making me quite drowsy. Keep on begging and whining. The armor yawns and exposing the crimson cloth where it rests snugly beside some undergarments. You dart your hand in and seize it before the drawer can close itself, tucking it away. You notice that it is perfumed with a light, exotic, and most pleasant fragrance. So, wow. Damn it, you rogue, blackguard, scoundrel, give that back this instant. That's not yours. That is an exceedingly personal garment that belongs to a lady of this establishment, and they would not appreciate you fondling their private things. Oh, but it is alright for you, Louis, you wooden pervert? I'm not doing anything so criminal and malicious as you are. I'm merely soaking in sensations necessary to my growth as an individual. Yeah, but what kind of growth are we talking about? Yeah, farewell, Louis. So looks like Vivian sent. So Vivian will recognize that scent, won't she?
Alright.
Oh, come on, open the door. Don't lock me in, guys. This is just ridiculous. Vivian greets you with a polite half-smile. Had any luck in finding my scent, perchance? Yes, I found it in this red veil.
Updated my journal.
Wow! Vivian's eyes light up. Oh, how simply wonderful. She takes the veil from your hands, mutters a few words over it, and returns it to you. She shakes out her crimson hair, and in the moments you are surrounded by the most intensely exotic and arousing scent you have ever had the pleasure of smelling. That smells great. It does, doesn't it? Does it not? She smiles at you. And as you have done a favor for me, so I wish to perform one for you. Now, this is... Stand close to me, scarred one. Now, this is it. Now we're talking. I'm gonna approach her. Step closer to Vivian. She takes your hand and, turning it over, takes a single cautious sniff of your wrist. Phew. She wrinkles her nose. Vinegar or embalming fluid? Here, I will remove this smell from you. She mutters a few strange syllables and a light tingling sensation spreads over your skin. In moments your chemical reek lessened substantially. There, now how is that? People should be less eager to avoid conversation with you now. Thanks for that. Thanks Vivian. Farewell. Charisma permanently increased by 1. I'm already a pretty charismatic guy. Charisma is my best stat. Just because I'm a reeking corpse doesn't mean people don't want to talk to me, Vivian.
I'm gone.
Come on. I'm pretty sure I'm more charismatic than you. Anyway.
I'm gone.
Maybe you smell really good. Nice. Anyway. How about Marissa? I mean, that's a crimson veil. Maybe it's a 2-4. 2-1. Marissa's cold, cruel voice hisses from out of the darkest. He returns. You have reason for coming this time, I trust? Or just more of your pointless questions? Actually, I brought your crimson veil. It's a great thing that I have to voice act ladies for like hours now. Actually, I brought you your crimson veil. I'm really good at this. My voice is really good. Actually, I got your crimson veil. How about that? Wow. Then would you please hand it over? Of course, here you are.
Updated my journal.
You hold the crimson veil before you and feel her take it from your hands. Oh yes, much better. Two shining points of red light appear before you as she opens her eyes. So, that's what you look like. Perhaps I would have been better off with my eyes shut. Well, then screw you! What's that forked tongue of yours, Marissa? I just saved you. Do not even get me started. I have a question. Ask. That's it? Oh, never mind. Do you know about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, do you? Never mind. Forget it, I ask.
Alright.
I don't know. Looks like maybe someone knows about it, like Kesai Ceres. Sounds like the one who knows. At least that is the impression I got, but perhaps she's not gonna... Depends what sort of things you do. Talk, of course. Actually, we already had that. No dreams at all. Actually, I have some questions. I want some questions about Ravel Puzzlewell. Are you sure? You seem suddenly upset. So she knows something,
Done.
but she's not willing to give us the good bits because, or anything, because not sure why. But wow, we got a whole party now, and wow, Dolora, I mean, like, wow, that was really something. I just go back to the hive for some hooker time, and we'll make this experience really full. Anyway, well, it's the bloody night now, because why it wouldn't be night. So we have some information. What kind of information do I have? Not a lot. I mean, like, I know that I need to have part of Bravo to open the portal, and apparently Ravo's portal opens from some kind of a forge. That's all I know, and that really doesn't tell me a whole lot, actually. And that dodecahedron thingy I have, not sure what to do with that. I probably need the linguist, but the linguist is dead, and unless I can resurrect him, that's not gonna happen. I'm just finding it really hard. I don't know. We ought to talk with these ones.
All right.
Anyway, let's go inside here. Never been here. So we have some idea what the hell do we need to do, but that's not saying a whole lot. Where the smithy is? No idea. I actually to this day we don't know where the garden is, or who could be a gardener, but looks like that's not a must because I only needed to become a mage. So whatever. Advocate. So we're just gonna threaten him and murder him if he doesn't cooperate. This man is dressed in soft blue robes covered with intricate designs. Despite their opulence, however, the robes look wrinkled and worn. You place the man's age somewhere between middle age and early 60s. The worry lines make an exact determination difficult. As you enter, the man turns slowly towards you. As he does, you are suddenly struck with the terrible sense that you know this man, or did at one time. Greetings! The man squints as if trying to place you. Yes, is there something I can do? I can help you with? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I am Lannis. He studies you and frowns. Where are you looking for me? I don't know. What is this place? I'm an advocate. These are my offices? Yanis's voice takes an irritated edge. Do you seek counsel? If not, perhaps you had best test your curiosity elsewhere. An advocate? What's that?
Updated my journal.
Mori breaks in with a whisper. He's saying he's a lawyer, counselor, one of those Burks who rattle their bone boxes at the courts. Oh, that makes sense. Yanis frowns, deepens. An advocate provides counsel, helps others navigate the labyrinth of Sigil's legal system, arranges legacies for citizens to ensure that their property is divided as they choose upon death, defend those in Sigil courts have been wrongly accused. He pauses. Did you need help in any of these areas? Actually, I've come to collect the legacy of a young woman. Indeed. Very well. Do you remember the legacy in question? Wow, actually I do. The young woman's legacy in question is that 687 KS. That, his eyes widen as you name the legacy. My daughter's legacy? He looks shocked. How do you know my daughter? I'm not certain. There is a sensory stone in the fast hall that held that the legacy number. Actually, that is a legal matter and no concern of yours. That's quite heartless. I'm not certain. There is a sensory stone in the fast hall that held the legacy number. His eyes blaze with hope. There is? But in which one? You must tell me. It's one of the sensate sensory stones. You are not a sensate, you could not gain access. He thinks for a moment. I must find a way. Perhaps they would make an exception for her father? If you want, I could speak to someone. I'm certain they would make an exception in your case. Perhaps I could help you for a price. My word may carry some weight at the festival. Come on, probably not. So Dionara is his daughter. They might, now. In the sensory stones, she left a legacy number for me. I'm like, I just want the information. Why would... Yanis seems at a loss for words. Who are you, sir, that my daughter would have left a legacy for you? Oh well, I'm kind of like a... Well, it's hard to explain. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm a good guy, you know? I mean, like, that's all you need to know. I'm very much fine, whatever. I mean, like, I'm a good guy. That's all you need to know. It's a private matter. I'm like, probably we shouldn't tell him about that we're an immortal and we were a complete sociopath who just used his daughter. He might take it badly. I'm not certain. There's a sensory stone in the festival that held the legacy number. Is it possible I knew her once and I have forgotten? Wow, that you will love that. I said before, I don't know. I'm hoping the legacy number can answer that. As I said before, I don't know. I'm hoping the legacy can answer that. Of course, of course. Hold on a moment and I shall return presently. Very well, I will wait.
Updated my journal.
Wow, we got a lot of stuff. All the articles are accounted for. Yanis is holding 3 scrolls in his hands. I had no idea she had established a legacy here. He is staring at the items, almost hypnotized. Here you are. If I may read them, sir. This is a private matter. As an advocate, you must understand this. I mean, like, I get it. I get it, but it is perhaps... I get it, but it is probably not something you want to hear. You know, you think of your girl in certain way, and this probably will not help that. Maybe just tales of her obsession of a man who was kind of a sociopath, but I don't know. Not sure that would really help. Let me read them first and I shall decide. How about that? Of course, Yanis seems broken, but please, I beg you. I have very little left to remember my daughter by. I will see that you get a chance to read them. In the meantime, perhaps there is something else you can help me with. lie or wow. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. I understand perhaps there is something else you can help me with at the moment. No, I don't want to make a promise. I understand. Perhaps there is something else you can help me with at the moment. Very well. What is it I can help you with right now? Excuse me for asking, but are you alright? You must excuse me. As of late, I have been beset by troubles. I'm afraid it has been a rather trying time these past few years. Anything I can help you with? No, there is little that can be done, he nods at you. Nevertheless, I appreciate your offer, thank you. Perhaps talking about your troubles will help ease your mind. And he sighs. I do not wish to burden you. I lost my daughter not long ago. There was also the fire, but that is another matter. A fire? There's nothing much to say about the matter. It was a strange, localized fire. I cannot imagine what would have been precious in the documents that were burned, but someone must have wanted them destroyed. Any luck locating the person responsible? No, neither the Harmonium nor the Merciless have had any fortune in locating the person responsible. Can you tell me what was burnt? A number of old legacies were burned, and some mementos and other keepsakes of value, only to me. Why? Legacies? They are contacts that are deliverable at death of the client. They provide specifics on how a person's possessions are to be divided upon the event of their demise. I've also heard them called wills. Are they anything like Dustman contracts? Oh my, no. The Dustman contracts, while they are deliverable at any time of the client's death, bequeath the client's body to the Dustman. Not a pleasant business at all, but some who are poor of means find the Dustman contract to be a means of support. How would one go about invalidating a Dustman contract? I'm sorry, can you explain what a legacy is again? I don't care about the Dustman contract. But hey, let's ask about that.
Updated my journal.
He frowns slightly. One that is already signed? Little or nothing can be done once the signature is in place. The Dustman contract is really quite specific on the destination of the corpse after death. Without the destruction of the contract, there is little or nothing that can be done. I see, do I owe you anything for this information? Never asked that question, you dumbass. I see perhaps there's something else you can help me with. Have we met before? The man studies you for a moment, frowning in thought. The wrinkles on his face become more pronounced as he does so, and you are again struck by the toll that age seems to have placed on him. No, yet you seem familiar. Yet? He continues to study your features, then shakes his head. I would concede that there is something familiar about you, sir. And I apologize for any insult my flailing memory may be giving you at this moment. I have been preoccupied for some time now. Have we met before? Preoccupied? I think so. I can't really remember it myself, that's the truth. I'd say the truth. Frustrating for both, it would seem. Never mind, perhaps you can help me with something else? Who are you again? What is this place again? So, looks like again is just the put at the end of it. Yanis, there's a sensory stone in the sensorium that contains a fragment of your daughter's experiences. He knows that. His eyes blaze with hope. There he is, but in which one? You must tell me. It's one of the sensate sensory stones. You are not a sensate, you could not gain access. Thinks for a moment. I must find a way. Perhaps they would make an exception for her father? If you wanted, I could speak to someone. I'm certain they would make an exception in your case.
Updated my journal.
Yanis looks relieved. If you could, I would be most grateful. I will see that what can be done. I would know more about Dionara though. What was she like? I don't know if he was to see that psychopath, I don't know, charming his daughter. What was Dionara like? Dionara? She was young. She had recently joined the Society of Sensation. The Sensate, not an unpleasant affection, but she had also met someone there. She followed him on a journey and there she died. Her body... He looks pained. I was not even able to recover her body. I can tell where, well, I guess I don't know where the body is. I only know her spirit, where her ghost is. Do you know how she died?
Updated my journal.
I do not know. Her body was never recovered. Yanni's face turns blood red and his hands clench into a fist. And that is perhaps the most maddening part of this misery. I will never know what possessed her to run off like that, what happened to her, nor where her body lies now. You say she was a sensate? Do you know where Dionara and this man went on their journey? She never said. I'm not certain she was capable of saying where they had gone. It must have been a terrible place. Now, it's kind of like coming back to me. Not coming back to me. Definitely not coming back to me, but, you know, I'm starting to get the feeling that I might be making a mistake. I mean, I definitely had this feeling before, and I definitely not too driven, like personally driven by like just finding out about my past, but I suppose that is the main story of the game. But it does seem like I'm just gonna pay a big price for that, and perhaps that other Nameless One did that as well, and lost his friends and followers and whatnot, and lost his memory, and possibly Ravel reset his memory again and just did it all again, and just keeps going and going. Perhaps she... I don't know, altered me in such a way that I always like driven to find her and free her, or perhaps not even free her, just give me my give her my experiences. But still, she never said. I'm not certain she was capable of saying where they had gone. It must have been a terrible place. Yes. Do you know how she died? How do you know she died, actually? It is most curious. I went to the Dustmen to see if they had found her body, and they directed me to one of their faction outside the Dustman monument. A Dustman named Death of Names. I believe he said to be an oracle of sort concerning those who have died. He told me my daughter has died. I see. Do you know where she went? Do you know the man she journeyed with? Lilu. I barely even knew of his existence until she had departed. By then, it was too late to have known him. Oh boy, do I want to bring that up? I believe that man was me, but I have forgotten much. You? Yanis looks you up and down. You are the one? And you say you have forgotten? Yanis draws himself up. He looks like he's squaring himself for a battle. You have forgotten? But the incident was not so long ago. How can this be? I have a strange condition. I lose myself for a time. Anything you can tell me about myself or your daughter would be invaluable. Countless liars have I known in my tenure in this city. Yanis studies you intently. You do not strike me as one of them. At least on this matter. Besides, if you truly do not remember, then whatever befell you and my daughter on your journey must have left deep scars. Well, just look at me. I'm inclined to agree. Then I ask your word on this. If your memory returns and you discover what has happened to my daughter, return to me, and that my mind may at last be at rest and on this matter. If I find out what happened to her, I will return if I can. You know, that's what I talk about. I'm not making commitments. Very well then. Now leave. I wish to be alone with my thoughts. Very well then. There's a good chance that I would just forget about coming back to you. Like, take no offense to that, hopefully. I actually have some questions yet. So actually, it looks like we just talked about everything. And he gave us 3 documents: Dionara's Legacy, a healing scroll, and a lot. No. Dionara's Legacy. That's it. The other things are unrelated. Few hit points. Dionara's Legacy. Okay. My love, if you're reading this, then the tragedy I've seen has come to pass. I have died, and you have remained. Wow. Okay. And you have remained to suffer the loss. Know this, my love. I know why you were forced to shield your feelings from me. You sought to protect me from the terrible burden you carry with you. The distance you kept between us was your way of protecting me, and the brief moments when we were alone and you let your feelings to be known, that was when I knew you cared for me. Carry no regrets with you, carry no guilt, for I came with you on your haunted journey of my own accord, and no matter how death came for me, I know that you did everything in your power to save me. That's heartbreaking. The feels. James, do you want me to cry? I can't do that. Our lives are intertwined, my love, and death shall not be a wall between us. For my sight has seen what is to come, only in staccato segments. But it is enough for me to know that we will be separated for a time, but we shall be reconciled again. Thus do not see my death as a farewell, but only as an interval before we meet again. Carry my ring with you, and these other pieces of me, and think of me. Keep me in your mind and heart, and that we will be the beacon that brings us together, and that will be the beacon that brings us together. Forever, Dionara. Your ring? I'm not gonna use your ring unless it's wow, that's pretty good. Okay, you got a good ring. I'm gonna use it. Dionara's wedding ring, wow. That book. Okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna use it. Oh, that's a better one. Fine, okay. Top with the puzzle. Yeah, we need to head out.
Alright.
That's for sure. Wow, that was powerful. That jackass. But Dionara was a good woman, that's for sure. So we need to head... So we need to resurrect the linguist's dad. And we need a part of Revel. And we need to find the forge. If this is not the forge, I will be completely lost. That's why I kind of hesitated going here. Actually, I'm just getting here in time.
Done.
So let's just go in here. Forge? What is this? Wow, under Sigil? This might be a big place. So this kind of promises to be a big place. So at least I hope. Can I? Oh, I can.
I'm gone.
I'm gone. Alright, I need to check it. Whoa! Whoa, I expected some friendlies.
Done.
Not
Right.
Mr. Sluggers. What the hell, Sluggers? Oh, Nameless One, you gotta watch out. You suck at fighting. Whoa, you got go and fight. Oh, what the hell? Oh, go. Just chase them. Oh, what the hell? Hit them. Oh, crap. Oh, you just go. Mori, you need to
What
damn.
I get for getting into a scrape? Aye?
You run.
as well.
You run.
Alright.
Heal her up.
I am wounded.
Not Anna.
Jesus. You gotta run
Alright.
away.
I'm hurt. Alright.
Whoa. I don't like the look of that. We need to run away. I don't even know what to do here. Can we
gone.
resurrect them? Can you do that? You have the special ability to resurrect people. So the thing is that a daily thing? Or is that
May my faith lend me strength.
Yeah, we need to go. We lost a lot of gear there.
Done.
But
I'm gone.
So those downstairs sluggers.
All right.
I no joke
I'm
whatsoever.
gone.
We need to be ready for that.
All right.
I don't know what the hell I need to do
Done.
here. But I believe we need to go take a nap in the hive. Perhaps we could just look for some hookers.
Done.
That would be nice. Perhaps talk to Dionara because, you know, that would be a good thing to go for actually. Do we not do that?
I'm gone.
Yeah, I will do that. Let's talk to Dionara, and after that I'm gonna rest up, and we're just gonna head back downstairs with the. Oh, is this the way we need to go? Must be. Hey, Pox, long time no see.
I'm gone.
We're just going in.
I'm gone.
Can we just go in?
All right.
Tell me how we can go in. Door has been sealed. Why? Huh?
I'm gone.
What if I kill myself? I suppose this is kind of harder to do than I thought. Than I think.
All right.
Oh. Perhaps we just go find some hookers. Anyway. I believe this is a good time to take a break, so hope you guys had fun. Tell me if you did, and see you around. And we really need to find out a way to kill those sluggers. Anyway, see ya, and have a good one, guys.